Thank you, officials. You may now be seated. Please welcome the athletes for the female 100 meters freestyle heats. This is heat 1. It's heat 1, the female 100 meters freestyle. Good morning. Day number 5 of the Go Cardless Swim England National Summer Meet to bring you 3 swimmers in this race. Mia Wiseman's in lane 3, Rosie Brogden's in lane 4, and Emily England Hall is in lane 5. We have the only other 2 people to introduce you to are myself, I'm Matt Nicholas, and Ewan Dunlop will also be bringing you through all the action across the course of this morning. It's Emily England Hall who leads through the first 50, 29.36 for the City of Leeds swimmer. Really sweet moment between the 2 teammates as they came out together in their matching attire. Little fist bump before they got in the pool. But Emily England Hall clearly on a mission here. Lifetime best for her is 105.32. I think she's going to smash through that now. As she comes into the last 5 meters, she's only going to be just over the minute mark. 105 was her PB. She goes 101.17. Big new lifetime best for Emily England Hall to start day number 5. 104.1 for Mia Wiseman to improve on her entry time. Rosie Brogden that finishes in 3rd place. Official results on the screen for you now. This is heat 2.
Heat number 2 of 13, all 13-year-olds in our second heat. From lane 0, Isla Dade, Camden Swiss Cottage, Erin Newman from Mount Kelly, Emily Stevens for City of Birmingham, Summer Charita, Wickham District. In 4, Gracie Brooke for Stockport Metro. In 5, Ariana Minerva, Chelsea and Westminster. In 6, Freya Sherd, Saxon Crown. Then Holly Jocelyn, Exeter. Esme Jones for Wrekin and Elise Butler for Maidstone leading the way. Sub 30 for Charita in 3. Coming through in 4, Gracie Brooke. 102.37 her entry. There's also a, well, personal best is 102.15. And she will lead the way into the wall only by very slim margin over our halfway leader, Summer Charita. In fact, Charita gets it by 0.02 of a second, 101.93. That is a massive personal best. First time going sub 102. Well done, Summer. And those times are confirmed in venue. Just 2 girls going sub 102. She's joined by Gracie Brooke of Stockport. This is heat number 3. Heat number 3, and our 14-year-olds enter the fray. First of all, Molly McGinley in 0. She is the only 13-year-old in this heat representing Wickham District. Then you've got Sian Headley for Nova Centurion, Grace Clues for Coventry, Kitty Lim for Peterborough, Malachi Azana Ball, City of Leeds, Aya Johnson, Belpa Marley, Chloe Brotherton, Sienna West, Darcy Perez and Maya Kulkoon. Turning first, it is Azana Ball, 28.7, quickest time we've seen through 50 metres in our opening 3 heats. Her personal best, 101.60, which is also her entry time into this competition. We've seen a couple of 102s beaten. Will we see a couple more here? If it's going to be anybody, it is going to be Malachi. But it is a 1 minute 13 hundredths. Fantastic again. That's 3 PBs in the opening 3 heats. Second place, Grace Clues, 1:58. Another great time for Grace. And confirmation of those times, Chloe Brotherton, 1 minute 74 hundredths. Superb times, girls. Well done. This is heat number 4. In the water from lane 0, Emily Talks, Lincoln Vulcans, Elise Hazelden, Cleethorpes from District, Erica Middleton for City of Coventry, Rin Mayo for Barnet Copthorpe, Freya Cox for Norwich Swans, Amber Morgan for Repton, Julia Elvidge, Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson, Amaya Waters for Harrogate District, Effie Chapman, Nova Centurion, and Emma Hill representing Teddington. That's 0-0. Ever so close to halfway point. 3 of a second between your top 4. It is Amber Morgan for Repton leading the way. She's a 101.32 entry. That was also a personal best, but this one through 75 is tighter than we've seen. Effie Chapman over in 8 going very nicely. She's a 101.45. And look at this, coming through in lane 6, Julia Elvidge for RTW Monson. She will storm through in the last 25 to win heat number 4, a 1 minute 92. She has gone a little quicker than that previously and as an entry, but a heat win's a heat win, all those times confirmed in venue. Let's move on to heat number 5. From lane 0, Edie Foster for Bishop Stortford, Holly Coleman for Corby, Lily Wayman for Maxwell, Maya Al-Mamed for Repton, Daisy Sean Palmer for Atlantis, Lily Rose Unwin for Stockport Metro, Florence Barcolt for Marlborough Penguins, Ruby Barker, Edenbridge Piranhas, Lenoa Hercombe, Camden Swiss Cottage, and Alana Henry for Killer Whales. Quick to halfway, Maya Al-Mohamed for Repton. And interesting, none of these girls yet have gone sub 101. However, the trend tells us we should get at least a couple. Going with our early leader, Daisy Shard-Palmer, the Atlantis swimmer. In fact, she does have a 1 minute 76 PB, but came in with a 101.05. But it is going to be from start to finish, Maya Al-Mohamed, 59.54. That is an absolutely huge personal best. First time under 101, she goes sub 60 seconds. Well done, Maya, absolutely brilliant. Daisy Shard-Palmer just outside 1 minute on 06. All those times locked in. This is heat number 6. So our first sub 60, who else can get there? Tia Summit for Bedford Swim Squad. He'll try in lane 0, as will in 1, Eva Newman, Mount Kelly. In 2, Amelia Fenner for Basildon and Phoenix. Honey Robinson for Northumberland and Durham in 3. Isabella Oxley for Milton Keynes in 4. Nobody in lane 5. Jump to lane 6, Evie Bay Chubb for Bristol and South Gloucestershire. Darcy Jenkinson for Reading. Tyler J. Thomas for Medway Maritime. And Imogen Clarkson for Clitheroe Dolphins. Eva Bay Chubb takes the lead at 50 metres. Plenty of these girls, in fact, every single one has gone sub 101. And we are into the 15 and 16-year-olds now. Although Tyler J. Thomas, in lane 8, just 13 years of age, youngest in the pool. And I think she's the last 13-year-old in the competition as well. In lane 2, though, leading the way, Amelia Fenner for Basildon and Phoenix. It's a 1 minute 0.09, ever so close to going through sub 60 seconds. But it will still be a personal best by almost 0.8 of a second for Amelia. We will move on to heat number 7. From lane 0, Willow Kerr-Muir for Plymouth College Aquatics. Akemi Futasagi for City of Bristol. Kira Johnson, Wigan Best. Isabel Brand for Rugby. Malachi Onabrosh for Barnet Copthall. Jasmine Bennett for Plymouth Leander. Scarlett Davey for Sevenoaks. Rebecca Hill for Birmingham. Agata Subakova for City of Coventry. And Annabelle Neal for Middlesbrough in Southern. Rebecca Hill leads. A quick glance down the PBs. There were 8 of the 10 swimmers shooting a PB to make it into this championship. Not one yet gone sub 60. We've seen 1 so far through our opening 6 heats. We will see plenty more. There's 13 heats in total in our opening event of the penultimate day of these Go Cardless Swim England Championships, and it's going to be a blanket finish. I won't call this. It is. Hill holds on, 1 minute and 45, beats her PB by 0.12 of a second. Then we jump across to Isabel Brand, back to Scarlett Davey. On 149 and 157, that's Isabel Brand. That is a PB by 100th of a second. And Scarlett Davey on 107 likewise. This is straight into heat number 8. From the bottom, Olivia Greenall, City of Norwich, Phoebe Chadwick for Teddington, Emma Borghazi for Guernsey, Rose Lewin, Wickham District, Sophie Palmer, Basildon and Phoenix, Emily Marison, City of Leeds, Eloise Herbert for Tadcaster, Miley Aram for Derby Excel, Lucy Noble representing Wolverhampton, and Peiki Wu for Stockport Metro. Going to be 5 girls across the centre. Look at this on the differences. Herbert leads, then within half a second, Lewin, Harrison, Borghese, Palmer and Wu. 6 swimmers within half a second and the rest not far behind that either. All involved into the last 25. Another very difficult one to call this. Keep your eye on lane 0. Olivia Greenall going very nicely for Norwich on the outside lanes. 2 inside her, Emma Borghazi for Guernsey. In lane number 2, she's swimming alongside Rose Lewin for Wickham District. They'll come into the wall first. It'll be those 3. 1 minute and 17 hundredths for Lewin in second place, but a winner in Emma Borghazi, and Guernsey 1 minute and 8 hundredths. A PB by over 0.3 of a second. Well done indeed. Those times are all confirmed. They turn from red to blue in venue. Let's go on to heat number 9. From 0, Alex Platt for Woking, Hannah Day for Chichester Cormorant, Zara Mann for Preston, Erin Barber, Norwich Swans, Kate Roberts for City of Liverpool, Freya Gordon for Hazelmere, Rachel Holgate for Crawley, Freya Berry, Basingstoke and District, Rebecca Coogan for Thurrock and Madeline Hind for Royal Tunbridge Wells. All happening on the outside lanes on a day 28:43 to the 50-metre mark. Back they come, then those in the centre coming through in 5 and 6. Gordon and Holgate also in 3. That's Erin Barber for Norwich Swans. But holding on at the minute, Hannah Day, she's a 1 minute 28. That's 28 hundredths, and that was a personal best coming to these championships. Over in 6, great finish for Rachel Holgate of Crawley. And she'll take the win. Oh, look at this, here we go. 5 swimmers go sub 60 seconds, and every single one of them for the first time ever. That's sensational. Heat number 9. Holgate wins 59.67. A 10th back for a Gordon. Zara Mann 82, Day 84, and Erin Barber just squeaks into the sub 60 second club 59.99. This is heat number 10. What a remarkable heat number 9 that was. 5 new personal best, all of them sub 60 for the first time. You won't see that very often. A few of these girls have gone sub 60, so we're into that realm now. Will become the norm. From lane 0, Sullivan for Manchester, Ainsworth Fletcher for Winchester City Penguins, Wilson for Mount Kelly, Russell for Dunmow Atlantis, Thomas for Newmarket and District, O'Mahony for Cockermouth, Cutter for Wigan Best, Dunn for Skipton, Singh for Reading and Singh for Stockport Metro. See, barely time now to get the names of the swimmers in. They're already 3/4 of the way through heat number 10. Olivia O'Mahony for Cockermouth in 5. She's the quickest swimmer, not just as an entrant, but PB as well. 58.68. Not set this season. That was a 59.98. And what a strong final 50 for Ava Wilson of Mount Kelly. 59.07, almost a full second off her personal best. First time officially under 60 seconds. That is a big old swim for Wilson. Also sub 60s for Olivia O'Mahony, 59.55, well done. And Aya Singh and Evie Cutter also joining the sub-minute club. This is heat number 11 of 13. From lane 0, Keane for Maxwell, Seong for Milton Keynes, Noble for Newcastle, Smith for Bromley, Davies for University of Nottingham, Collier for University of Birmingham, Hodgkiss for Repton, Bunamovic, Chelsea and Westminster, Leonard for Mount Kelly, and Combe for Satellite of Macclesfield. Halfway mark. That is a 0.63 lead for Annabelle Smith, which is not a huge number, but in the terms of 100 metre, that's probably, I'm going to say, the biggest lead we've seen at halfway. Can she hold on? Has she gone out a little bit too quick? Nicely through 75 metres. A flurry of swimmers above her looking to chase her down, but she's holding on by a body length into the final 10. This is going to be a superb swim. Smith came in with a 58.21, fastest in the pool, and that is a 57.77. She has gone quicker in the past last season, 57.56, but superb start to her Saturday. Second for Mia Collier, 58.78. Season's best time for her. And in third place, it was Hannah Hodgkiss, 58.87. All those times confirmed. Moving into our final two heats of our opening event of the day. This is heat number 12. Just two to go, a couple more chances to get into those finals later on this evening. From after 5 o'clock, every single swimmer now is a sub-60 athlete. You've got Katie Uller for Aaron Tridents, Lucy Morris for Croydon Amphibians, Emma Hagberg, Mount Kelly, Olivia Han for Repton, Marcia Romanovska for Derby Excel, Poppy Babert, University of Birmingham, May Singer for Gloucester City, Beth Barrett for Wrekin, Anna Farr for Ellesmere College, and Skydra Valmentate for City of Brighton and Hove. It is May Singer for Gloucester that leads the way. Already a silver medalist in the 50 fly. Personal best set this season, 58.4 in this event. No lane 4 in heat number 11. Now changes happening in 0. Katie Oliver for Aaron Tridents coming through strongly, as is in lane 3 Olivia Han, and she'll take the win, 59.05. She can go a fair bit quicker, maybe saving it for later. Is that time going to be good enough for a spot in the final? May Singer, early leader, takes second place, 59.31. Poppy Babert third. All those times locked into the computers, and we'll have one more to swim in this event. Female 100 freestyle. This is heat number 13 of 13. And of course we've saved the quickest for last. Could see some sub-58s here. Going for it are Raya Harand for York City Bath, Jessica Medlicott for Dunstable, Alicia Massey for University of Surrey, Alexandra Boulin, City of Lincoln Pentaka, Jessica Hum for Rushmore Royals, Ella Thornburg for Crawley, Sophie Murray, Harrogate District, Sophia Kelly for Tadcaster York, Nicole Adaye for City of Salford, and Grace Wingham for Corby. Leader through 50 metres, Ella Thornburg second fastest on paper, second fastest this season. 57.86. Only Jessica Hum has gone quicker, 57.51. 0.3 of a second between them. It will be these two into the final 10 metres. And then the rest will be decided between 8. But as we go in towards the wall, it is the halfway leader. She holds on, Ella Thornburg, 58.44. An interesting final tonight. Jessica Hum, 74, 3/10 back. And the best of the rest, Alicia Massey, 59.25. All those times confirmed. Keep your eye on the websites to see who's making what finals. And now we can move on to our next event. It's going to be officially event 502. We call it the Open Male 200 IM. There are going to be 13 heats to enjoy. This is heat number 1.
First heat of the Open Male 200 metres individual medley. Mason Trainer for the City of Leicester is in lane 3. Tyler Raven for the City of Leeds in lane 4. And Henry Malone for Elmbridge Phoenix goes in lane 5. All 3 athletes here are in the 12 years age group. Only 5 athletes invited in the 12 years age group. 3 have taken up that invitation. It would be possible to qualify for a final from this heat, absolutely. I think you need to go sub 230. Go sub 230 and you've probably just about made it into a final. For reference, the young man leading in lane 3 at the moment, Mason Trainer, his all-time fastest is 233.6, so he'd need 3.5 second PB and then he might scrape the final. A little bit faster, the more likely he is to make it through. Tyler Raven's in second at the moment. Henry Malone of Elmbridge back in 3rd place. This will be the first nationals experience for any of these swimmers. You have to be in the top 5 in England to qualify for this as a 12-year-old. Mason Trainer powering away now from Tyler Raven of the City of Leeds. Really strong kick on this last 50. How fast can Mason Trainer go this morning? And will it be under 230? It might be just this side of it. Last 5 meters, Mason Trainer, City of Leicester goes 231.18. Big new lifetime best, takes 2 and a bit seconds off his PB. Really strong effort this morning from him. Tyler Raven goes 232.9. That's a new lifetime best for him too. Henry Malone 236.45 this morning. Official result is there for heat 1 of 13 of the Open Male 200 meters individual medley. This is heat 2. Two spots in the final available in this heat. Lane 0 is Harry Harris for Red Hill and Reigate. 1, Leo Craven for Warrington Warriors. Victor Gora of Scarborough goes in lane 2. Stephen Ironcov for Repton's in 3. Bosco Wong for the City of Coventry's in 4. Edward Rose for Rotherham Metro's in 5. Leo Ashcroft for Wigan Best in 6. Jacob Smith for Stratford Sharks in 7. Mark Curley for Nova Centurions in 8. And Zhaoshen Zhang for Cleethorpes goes in lane 9. First through 50 is Bosco Wong for the City of Coventry out in 31.21. Come in the top 2 in this heat and go under the 2:31 posted in the previous heat, you guarantee your place in the final. Now you might make it if you come in the top 3, top 4, depending on how the remaining swimmers swim. But Bosco Wong in 4, Edward Rose in 5, seeded 9th and 10th into the National Summer Meet. Great execution of the bucket turn there from Edward Rose of Rotherham Metro to lead. Just ahead of Zhaoshen Zhang in lane 9, who is well worth keeping an eye on. Stephen Ironkov of Repton also pushing on well. I have no doubt that a good number of these athletes will be aware that if they come in the top 2 in this heat, then they have a guaranteed place in the final. So that'll be on their minds. Every single athlete here is in that 13 years age group. They are all racing directly against each other for a place in tonight's final. It's Ironkov first, 1:53.1. He just split 43.2. Jacob Smith was the fastest man in the pool though, 42.1 on that 50 meters breaststroke for him in lane 7. Half a body length lead for Stephen Ironkov of Repton, but the rest of the pool rapidly closing in on him. Remember, you need to come in the top 2 here to guarantee your place in the final. This is going to be incredibly close. Last 5 meters, 3 swimmers come into the wall together. First to touch is Edward Rose, 2:29.12. He will be in the final tonight. Bosco Wong also qualifies for tonight's final with 2:29.44. Stephen Ironkov very well may qualify, but he'll have to wait and see whether that time is sufficient. 2:29.52. All of them go underneath 2:30 for the first time. Great effort all round. In fact, I think the top 6 swimmers at least there, possibly the top 7, all set new lifetime bests. Official result is there for Heat 2. Heat 3 is on the way next. Third heat of the open male 200 meters IM. Bigger mix of age groups here. Lane 0 is Oscar Fox for Kingston upon Hull. Lane 1 is Milton Xavier Yao for the City of Coventry. 2 is Charlie Bray for Bromley. Romeo Ball of Maidstone's in 3. Finley Byrne of Southport's in 4. James Aspinall for the City of Sheffield in 5. Archie Ainsley for the City of Sheffield in 6. Leo Lee for the City of Leeds is in 7. Francesco Monaco for South Links in 8, and George Howard for the City of Leicester is in lane 9. If you're in the 13 years age group and you go underneath 2:29.44, then you are guaranteed to make a final. The 13 year swimmers here are in lane 0, 1, 3, 7, 8 and 9. The 14-year-old athletes here have a far tougher job. They're racing this week with the 15-year-olds. They would need to go, I think, under 220, really, to comfortably make the 14-15 years final. 13-year-old Leo Lee from Leeds leads through the 150-meter turn, 152.18 on that split. Fastest man in the pool, though, is Romeo Ball of Maidstone. He's been one of the standout swimmers so far this week already. Gold medalist on the 400 freestyle, bronze medalist on the 100 meters breaststroke. But it's James Aspinall in lane 5, coming back like an absolute train on this last 50. Aspinall will take the wall first. 2:26.1 was his PB. It's now a 2:23.73. New lifetime best by 2.5 seconds for James Aspinall. Charlie Braid goes 2:25.83. That's a new PB. Romeo Ball 2:26.18. He's definitely in the 13 years final. And this is where it gets interesting. So 2:29.3 for George Howard. Definitely will make the 13 years final. I'm not sure if 2:29.45 will make it, or it could miss by 100th, which would be incredible. This is Heat 4. Four feet in the open male, 200 meters IM. Lane 0, Elijah Dunn for Swindon Dolphin. Alex Freeman of Northumberland and Durham Performance goes in 1. Ivan Ijamoni for Thurrock in 2. Max Badette for the City of Leicester in 3. Gabe Barnett for Blackpool goes in 4. Tom Holt for Northumberland and Durham Performance in 5. Nathan Broadwater for Plymouth College in 6. Xavier Zerban for Biggleswades in 7. Jaden Carter of Basildon and Phoenix in lane 8. James Graham, City of Liverpool, is in lane 9. Max Badette is the second fastest 13-year-old into the meet. Remember, though, that we have seen some quick 13-year-olds so far. I think your target time is 2:29 mid. Go underneath 2:29. Well, at the minute we have a 2:29.44 and a 2:29.45. I think that'll be about the margin for qualifying for the 13 years final. At the moment, Badette is in 10th place, but expects him to come back strong on this breaststroke 50. Jaden Carter of Basildon will lead. (1:49.36). That breaststroke split from Jaden Carter there was 41.12 seconds. He was more than a second faster than most people, with the exception of Max Badette, who just split 40.78 on the breaststroke 50. So 14-year-old Jaden Carter could well set the fastest time we've seen so far. That's 2:23.7. His lifetime best is a 2:25. Carter sets a new PB of 2:22.33 and the fastest time we've seen so far this morning to win Heat 4. Xavier Zerban goes 2:23.54. That is also a new lifetime best by a couple of seconds. Max Badette goes 2:25.19. That's safely into the 13 years final. There's the official result for Heat 4. Next up is Heat 5. 50, the open male, 200 metres, IM. Lewis Hall for Kingston upon Hull goes in lane 0. Thomas Rickles for the City of Liverpool goes in 1. Ethan Knight for Team Ipswich in 2. Mihailo Vukovic for Ealing in 3. George Harrison for Kingston upon Hull in 4. Logan Wiggins for Derby XL in 5. Jackson Crabb for the City of Leicester in 6. Zachary Maiden for Beausejour in 7. Kaplan Ela for Chelsea and Westminster in 8. Alex Song for Woking in lane 9. Over the last 2 weeks, I've sat here and watched pretty much every swim. I think a good 99.9% of the swims that have taken place over the last 2 weeks I have watched, and Thomas Rickles in lane 1 has to be one of my top athletes from the last 2 weeks. Not only a gold medalist at the British meet last week, also took a gold medal at the 5K this time last week at Rother Valley. He has had a mega 2 weeks. Took gold on the 1500 metres freestyle at the British meet. As well as the 800 free. So a really strong distance freestyler is Tom Rickles in lane 1, and sometimes you just pick up on one of those names that A is in every race, it seems, and B just performs and performs and performs. So really excited to watch him hopefully go from strength to strength. It is Logan Wiggins of Derby XL who leads at the moment, 1:47.0. That breaststroke split from him was a 42.0, 38.68 for Kaplan Ela. Was lightning quick. Fastest time we've seen so far is a 2:22.33. Mihailo Vukovic needs to go under 2:29 and then safely into the 13 years final, I would suggest. Final 5 metres for lane 5. Logan Wiggins of Derby XL goes 2:20.12, new fastest time we've seen so far, and a new lifetime best by 4 seconds for Logan Wiggins. Kaplan Ela goes 2:22.67. That is a new PB by a couple of seconds. George Harrison 2:22.77. That's a new PB by almost a second. Let's check the time of Mihailo Vukovic, 2:23.0. He's comfortably going to be into the 13 years final with that. This is heat 6. Sixth heat of the open male, 200 metres IM. Lane 0 is Ben Pavlik for Hillingdon. Lane 1, Ziyang Yang for Abingdon Vale. Jack Smith, City of Birmingham, goes in 2. Hayden Lamb for the City of Leeds in 3. James Farnan for the Isle of Man in 4. Rafael Coliano for the City of Cambridge in 5. Delanis Sativicus for Mount Kelly in 6. Lorenzo Cholan for Corby in 7. Daniel Augustine for Chelsea and Westminster in 8. George Heather, City of Peterborough, is in lane 9. Jack Smith, silver medalist on the 100 metres freestyle, leads through the butterfly 50. Full heat of 15-year-olds here. Both this and the next heat are entirely made up of 15-year-olds. In fact, the next heat we will see the top 10 15-year-olds go in one heat. So it will be a direct race for finals qualification. Fast time posted here though, could certainly put a spanner in the works for those guys. 2:20.12 is the fastest 14-15 years time we've seen so far. That was in the previous heat from Logan Wiggins of Derby XL. On paper, that is enough to qualify for the 14-15 years final. Unless, of course, 10 people go faster than him. But based on seeded times, that would put him in 8th. Strong swim here from Jack Smith of the City of Birmingham. He leads by a good 2 body lengths, 41.0 on that breaststroke split, being caught slightly by Ziyang Yang, who just went 40.27. No 38s here though. Lifetime best for Jack Smith is 220.90. Any advance on that here from the young man from Birmingham? I think there will be. As he comes into the final 5 meters, it will be Jack Smith who takes the wall first, 218.41. That is faster than any seeded 15-year-old. Huge swim from Jack Smith, new lifetime best by 2 seconds, and shoots himself to the top of the finals rankings. There's the official result for Heat 6. Some quick swims there. This is Heat 7. Seventh heat of the open male, 200 meters IM. This is where the 15 years finals places will be decided. Every single athlete here is in the 15 years age group, and coincidentally they are ranked 10th down to 1. So Ryan Lau in lane 9 is the 10th fastest 15-year-olds, then McDougall in lane 4 the fastest. It is Sam Green in lane 0 for Bassett Law. 1 is James Vaughan for Wigan Best. Kieran NG for the City of Peterborough goes in 2. Patrick O'Hara for the City of Leeds in 3. Ben McDougall for Wickham District in 4. Dylan Hill for Kingston upon Hull is in 5. Patrick Novak for the City of Peterborough in 6. Seth Hems-Gilson for Repton is in 7. Dimitris Tarhanovs for Millfield in 8. And Ryan Lau for the City of Birmingham is in lane 9. So if every swimmer goes under 218.4, then this entire heat would be the final. Bear in mind though that no one in this heat has ever gone that fast before. In fact, no one in this heat has ever gone under 219 before, apart from Tarahovs in 8 and NG in 2. They both have 218 point PBs. Good on the outside lanes here. Ryan Lau for the City of Birmingham in lane 9, and Dimitris Tarhanovs very close together on that turn. It's Tarhanovs first. Second was actually James Vaughan down in lane 1, and then Ben McDougall in 4, turn in 3rd place. Last 15 meters now for Dimitris Tarhanovs of Millfield. He does have one of the fastest PBs in this field, 218.55. He will smash through that, 217.39. He will go fastest into the 15 years final tonight with that, 218.8. Patrick O'Hara will be safely through, 219.0 for Ben McDougall. He will go through as well. The top 4 are 100% through. So those 219s, Dylan Hill, Ben McDougall, Patrick O'Hara, Dylan Tarhanovs, they will all make it through to the final. 220s, it will depend on the 100s. This is Heat 8. 8th heat of the Open Male 200 IM, Lucas Tavares of Sandwells in 0, Noah Gambrudes for the City of Birmingham in 1, Connor Mint for Basildon in 2, Arthur Owen, City of Leeds in 3, Reece Pownell for Preston in 4, Ryan Guismi for Maxwell in 5, Finn German for the City of Cambridge in 6, Joshua Drury for the City of Birmingham in 7, Sam Mills for Bristol and South Gloucestershire is in lane 8, Jack Hurry for Northampton is in lane 9. It's Reece Pownell first, and then Ryan Guismi only hundreds behind him. We're now stepping it up an age group. Every single athlete here is in the 16 years age category. Josh Drury is taking the lead after the backstroke leg here. These swimmers are ranked just outside the top 10, but we saw qualifiers for the 14-15 years final outside the top 10. Reece Pownell, the 13th fastest 16-year-old, we think. Last turn, it is Reece Pownell in 4, Jack Hurry in 9, and Lucas Tavares in 0. You couldn't split them further apart from each other if you tried. Remember that the two swimmers in lanes 9 and 0 are 25 meters apart from each other. Jack Hurry's going very nicely on the far side. I think you want a 2:17 low to safely make the final here, ideally even faster. Jack Hurry in lane 9 might just get out touched. He does by Noah Gambrudes, 2:16.57. That's a new lifetime best by nearly 2 seconds for Gambrudes. The silver medalist on the 400 IM should make the 16 years final with that time. 2:16.61 for Jack Hurry. Again, that puts him in really good stead for that final. That's a new PB by 2 seconds. Reece Pownell goes 2:16.82. Also a new lifetime best by over a second. This is heat 9. Lane 0 is Nicholas Sacco Povola for Nova Centurion. In 1, Robert Fenner for Basildon and Phoenix. Sam Hill for the City of Leeds goes in 2. Elliot Dunnett for Swim Bournemouth in 3. Charlie Stevenson for Chichester in 4. Hui Fung Nathan Chuk of Team Bath goes in 5. Alad Lee for Redditch in 6. Zach Sheriff for Wickham in 7. Harry West for the City of Bristol in lane 9. So if you're a 16-year-old and you want a guaranteed place in the final from now on, you go underneath 2:16.57, 100% you're in the final tonight. Halfway turn, Zach Sheriff leads. He's in the 17 years age group, as are most of the swimmers, to be fair, in this heat. Lanes 0, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7 are all in the 17 years age group. 3 16-year-olds here. Lane 2, 4 and 9 all in the 16 years age group. Remember, there are 5 finals to qualify for: a combined 12-13 years, a combined 14-15 years, 16 years on their own, 17 years on their own, and then an 18 years and over final. Zach Sheriff continues to lead, but is being caught here by a number of swimmers that swam that breaststroke leg faster. 39.30 for Chuk in lane 5. He was the fastest breaststroker across the pool. Lane 3 coming back strong. That's Elliot Dunnett for Swim Bournemouth. Both of these two leaders in the 17 years age group. It will be lane 7 that touches first. Zach Sheriff goes 2:13.73, new lifetime best by about half a second. Elliot Dillon goes 2:14.68. And Robert Fenner goes 2:17.50. So that's small PB from Fenner, big PBs from Dunnett and Sheriff, whose that PB was actually 3.3 seconds. So great work from him. 16-year-old Charlie Stevenson goes 2:18.0. You'll have to wait and see if that's good enough for the final. Official result is there for Heat 9. This is Heat 10. Heat 10 in the open male, 200 meters IM. Oscar Hodgson of Cockermouth in 0. Joshua Zachary for the city of Peterborough in 1. Jensen Pickett for the city of Birmingham in 2. Lewis Dickinson for Nuneaton and Bedworth in 3. Michael Banks for Bromley's in 4. Harry Langford for the Royal School Wolverhampton in 5. Matthew Scott for Newcastle in 6. William Irvine for Mount Kelly's in 7. Harry Allen for Exeter is in 8. And Martin Molnar for the city of Cambridge in lane 9. The fastest 16-year-olds go in this heat. They are in lanes 5 through 9 and also lane 2 and 0. So only 3 swimmers not in the 16 years age group. Josh Zachary, Lewis Dickinson and Michael Banks in lanes 1, 3 and 4 are all in that 17 years age group. It is 16-year-old Harry Langford who leads to 16.3 as his PB. Well, we've seen now times well quicker than that. To 13.7 was Zach Sheriff's fast time from the previous heat. Lewis Dickinson leads into the last 50. Oscar Hodgson of Cockermouth also going with Dickinson. Dickinson in the 17 years age group, remember. Hodgson looking for a place in the 16 years final. Go under 2:16, you're definitely going to make that one. Quite a few swimmers coming through now at the top in 8.76. It will be Dickinson in 3 that touches first, 2:15.0. He's a new lifetime best by 1.4 seconds. Matt Scott goes 2:15.64. He will definitely be in the 16 years final with that, as will Oscar Hodgson and Harry Allen, and we'll see Will Irvine and Jensen Pickett. They will all definitely make it. I think Martin Molnar will get through on 2:16.9 as well. This is Heat 11. Now we get all cyclical. We're into the last 3 heats of the open male 200 meters IM. It's Patrick Neal of the City Leeds in lane 0. Charlie Rounce of Leamington's in 1. Harvey Pike of Streets in 2. Rico Brinchman for South Links in 3. Charlie Broom of Leeds Uni goes in 4. Leon Taylor for the City of Brighton and Hove in 5. Patch Robinson for Team Ipswich in 6. Malachi Woods for Maxwell in 7. Henry Taylor for Stockport Metro in 8. And Rhys Burns for Chelmsford goes in lane 9. Charlie Broom has taken a couple of medals this week. Can he add the 200 IM to his collection? Fastest time he's ever gone is 2:06.7. He wasn't quite on that this year. Not by much though, only 2/10 outside his all-time fastest this season. I'm sure he'll be looking to change that, if not this morning, tonight. This is the first time that we're seeing swimmers in the 18 years and over age group, and helpfully they've bunched themselves together in this heat, so lanes 1 to 6 are all in the 18 years and over age group. 17-year-olds scattered on the sides with 0, 7, 8 and 9 all in the 17 years age group. It's Charlie Broom who leads through the last turn, 1:38.0. Not as quick on the breaststroke as some though. Leon Taylor just went 36.8, some 3 seconds faster than Charlie Broom on that breaststroke 50. Both of these lads will be through to the final almost certainly. Broom will touch first. He goes 2:08.39 this morning, a couple of seconds outside his all-time fastest. Leon Taylor goes 2:09.20, and Rico Brinchman 2:09.94. So it looks like it's a 2:09 to make the final then. Go sub 2:10 in the 18 years and over age group, and you've got a pretty solid chance. There's the official result for heat 11. Malachi Woods, top 17-year-old there, goes 2:13.95. This is heat 12. Feet, the open male, 200 IM. 0 is Carlos Sierra Vilgas for Chesterfield. Oliver Parry for Aquabears in 1. Patrick D for the City of Coventry in 2. Lewis Maxwell for Northumberland and Durham Performance in 3. Luke Poulton for Wickham's in 4. Dan Fielder for the Uni of Birmingham in 5. Archie Hawkins for Thanet in 6. Harrison Galloway for the City of Bristol's in 7. Roger Davis for Bristol and South Gloucestershire in lane 8. And Jacob Pemberton, Derby Excel, is in lane 9. .59.60 for Lewis Maxwell to lead. Luke Poulton of Wickham District going well also. Luke Poulton here enters on 2:06.7. Poulton with the slightly faster breaststroke leg there, 37.5 to Maxwell's 38.3. 37.2 from Dan Fielder in lane 5 was the fastest breaststroke split. Now Poulton and Maxwell argue about lanes in the final. I reckon underneath 2:10 makes the 18 years final. As we hit the last 5 meters now, it'll be mighty close between them. First on was Poulton, only by 0.2 of a second. 2:08.0 for Luke Poulton, 2:08.2 for Lewis Maxwell. They both definitely make the final with those times. Archie Hawkins in 2:10.7. I think we'll have to wait and see whether he gets through. But Poulton and Maxwell definitely will make it. 16-year-old Jacob Pemberton goes 2:14.6. He'll be through to the 16 years final with that. There's the official result for heat 12. One more heat to come. This is heat 13. 13th heat of the open male 200 meters IM. Lane 0 is Jasper Hall for Newcastle. In 1 it's Nicholas Land for Newcastle. Lane 2 is Cam McQuaid for the City of Stoke. In 3 it's Alex Bacon for Maidenhead. Dan Jackson for the Borough of Kirklees goes in lane 4. In 5 it's Donatas Dragasius for the City of Manchester. Lane 6 is Dominic Simpson for Nuneaton. Lane 7 Harrison Shaw for Flitwick. Lane 8 is Sandy Sessins for Mount Kelly. And lane 9 is Jackson Shaditsky for Wickham District. Donatas Dragasius led through that turn. The 21-year-old from the City of Manchester, but now it's Dan Jackson for the Borough of Kirklees starting to try and take a lead here. As I said earlier, I think that under 2:10 should just about make the final. Dan Jackson goes 1:37.3, 1:37.7 for Donatas Dragasius. 1:38.5 for Dominic Simpson. And Dan Jackson now, the fastest seed into the meet, starts to pull ahead. 2:06.1 is his lifetime best. We've not seen a time that quick yet. 2:08.0 is the fastest time we've seen so far. Scratch that, it's now 2:07.4 from Dan Jackson. That'll go through to tonight's final. I think Dragasius and Simpson will certainly make it with 2:08s. So those top 3 will definitely all be through. I don't think any of the other 18 and over swimmers in that heat will make it to the final though. There's the official result for heat 13. That is the 200 IM complete. Next up, some para swimming. The women's multi-classification 100 meters butterfly follows. This is heat 1 of 1.
So again, this is heat 1 of just 1. So every swimmer guaranteed their place in the final tonight. This is a matter of what lane are they going to be in. At the moment from lane 0, Lena Crisp for Norwich Swans. In 1, Tia Johnson, Northumberland and Durham. We jump over to lane 3, Amy Chorlton, City of Manchester Aquatics. And Tillia Glynn in 4 for Knutsford Amateur Swim Club. Imogen Jods for Northampton Swim Club. Ella Williams for Swindon. Ciara Fellon for Ramsbottom in Southern, Rebecca Hardy-Bishop for Jersey in 8, and in 9, Isabella Haynes for Swim Bournemouth. We'd have a combination of S9, 10, 13, 14 and 12. Every single swimmer here was either a PB or a season's best coming into these championships. We're looking on the time-wise, at least, about 1:14 to 1:17 for Glynn and Dodds, but this is all about points, of course. The times will stretch out to 1:26 to 1:27. But let's just see. So first girl home is going to be Imogen Dodds for Northampton in the S13. Her points total is going to be 512, 480 for Chorlton. Can anybody beat 512? Let's have a little look. Lena Crisp 385, Tia Johnson 480, Hardy Bishop 363. No, they will not. So great swim for Imogen Dodds, quickest on paper, time-wise, and the biggest points total. She will take centre lanes later on. Chulatin and Tia Johnson tie with 480. On to our next event. It's the open male multi-classification 100-metre butterfly, heat 1 of 1.
Send Erin round and I'll watch Tina there then.
Heat 1 of 1, open male MC 100 fly from lane 1, Ashton Platts for Dover Lifeguard, Akash Das for Ostrey Otis, Alfie Penfold for Crawley, Lucas Lee for Dearne Valley, Jacob Wood for Gloucester City, Giorgio Oxby for Stockport Metro, William Newton for City of Coventry, and Harry Arnold Peppard for City of Cambridge. Again, we are on the points. We have S8 through to S14 in the para categories. Time-wise, anything between 107 and 115. And the higher the points tally, the closer they are, of course, to their para records. 1,000 points means that is the record, the highest number you can get, of course, unless you beat it by a big margin. You can go a little bit above that number. 494 for Lucas Lee, 470 for Alfie Penfold, 529 for Jacob Wood, Akash Das 580. So fifth man home, Akash Das, highest point scorer, 114.37. He is competing in the S8 category, and that is all men home. Those times are confirmed and the points tallies. Das 580, Wood 529, and Lee 494. All these guys will be in the final later on tonight, when they will race, of course, for the medals. One more event before our mid-session break. This is the female 200 metre IM heat number 1. There will be 13 heats in total in our last event before the mid-session break. Here we go then, 13 heats to complete in the 200 IM female competition. 6 competitors in our first heats. Isla Liptrop for Wigan Best in 2. Martha Manson for Repton in 3. Chloe Jones, Warrington Warriors in 4. Holly Jocelyn, Exeter City in 5. Charlie Hoare of Poole in 6. And Lucy Jordan Cause, British Deaf in lane number 7. Three personal bests set in qualifying for these championships. That was Liptrop, Matson and Jones in 2, 3 and 4. And in fact, all of their personal bests, regardless of when they were set off, fairly similar. All in the low 230s. The only anomaly, Lucy Jordan Cause got a 2:47 qualifying time, but no PB listed on our entry paperwork, so I'm going to take that as her PB for the time being. On their breaststroke leg 3 or 4, and leading the way, Charlie Hoare. Does prefer the longer stuff. 1500 and 800 free, her speciality. Also the 400 IM. But 50 fly South West Regional Championship age group. That's in the 12 years. Lucy Jordan Cause, this in the SM15 British Deaf category. Here comes our winner though. It will be Charlie Hoare that takes it, 2:32.9. That's a new personal best by 1.3 seconds, I make it. Holly Jocelyn second, 2:35. She can go a little bit quicker. Chloe Jones takes 3rd place. And Jordan Cause, I'm going to call that a 1.5 second PB off qualifying time. Times all confirmed behind the scenes, which means we can move on to heat number 2. Taking part, Rin Mayo for Barnet Copthorpe. She's in lane 0. Spanek put the chair in for Maidstone in 1. Evie Armstrong for Dunstable in 2. Mia Wilson for Basildon and Phoenix in 3. Addison Cropper for City Elite in 4. Imogen Howitt for Bassett Law in 5. Erin Newman for Mount Kelly in 6. Amy Sanders, Dunstable in 7. Philippa Cutmore, Corby in 8. And Molly McGinley for Wickham District is in lane number 9. Again, we're all in the very low 230s. All but one competitor, 13 years of age. Addison Cooper is 12. Already a gold medalist in age group this week. Gold in the 400 IM, looking to double up in the 200. She's a girl on form. Rin Mayo for Barney Copthall going very nicely. She's won a bronze this week in the 100 fly. But Addison Cropper, City of Leeds, looking very tidy indeed. Half a second lead over Erin Newman for Mount Kelly. She was the only 13-year-old to make the final in the 100 breaststroke at the British Next Gen Champs in 2025. It was a birthday just a week ago. So 3 of them going for it. Addison Cropper for Leeds. Look at lane 0, Rin May having a superb finish, takes it 2:31.41. PB by over 2 seconds. Addison Cropper, PB for her also. That's a big jump. And Erin Newman 2:31. I'll make that 3 personal bests in your top 3. Well done, girls. This is heat number 3.
And then when I saw you, I thought it's going to be Johnny, isn't it? If I'd seen that, you're all right.
In the water, Elkie Foster for City of Leeds in lane 0. Then comes Dong Vo for City of Sheffield. Autumn Claxton for Mount Kelly. Martha Rickard for Bromley. Chloe Morris for Knightsbridge Kingfishers. Or Kingsbridge Kingfishers. Wow. Olivia Knox for Wigan Best. Connie Booney for Derby Excel. Isabella Hallowell for Basildon and Phoenix. Vivian Wilkinson for Wirral Metro. And Freya Cox for Norwich Swan. Age group wise, we are into the 14-year-old realm, or just one 13-year-old, Martha Rickard here for Bromley in lane 3. The rest 14 years old this year. Foster was our leader at 100 metres. Now Olivia Knox for Wigan Best in 5, or is it Elkie Foster maybe? Oh, she has got her fingertips in front down the bottom. Who is a breaststroke specialist. They will turn one more time. And it is going to be Chloe Morris for Kingsbridge Kingfishers. 1:56.36, over a second lead over the field. Then less than 1 second between your next 5. Yeah, that's been a great swim, hasn't it? Going to hold on to this. Chloe Morris for Kingsbridge. Then it will be between Olivia Knox and Dong Vo in that order. 2:31.94 for your winner. Well done, Chloe. Just a couple of tenths outside her personal best. Olivia Knox 2:33.14. Likewise has gone a little bit faster. And Dong Vo 2:33.19. That's your top 3. We move on to heat number 4. You are watching Olivia Quiller for Tunbridge Wells in lane 0. Sian Headley for Nova Centurion. Amaya Waters for Harrogate District. Ariana Minerva for Chelsea and Westminster. Bella Jones for Royal Tunbridge Wells. Alana Donlan for Warrington Warriors. Paulina Korotkova for Poole. Sophie Smith for City of Sheffield. Annabelle Edwards, York City Baths. And Maya Orfanidis for Chelsea and Westminster. Well, quite clearly our leader is Bella Jones. .2:31.37 personal best set this season. 15 years of age this year. In fact, her birthday was just a few weeks ago. Looking strong in lane 0, Olivia Quiller. Breaststroke is a speciality. Silver medal in the GB Summer Champs last year in the 13-14 year age group. Also the only swimmer, one of 2 swimmers in this race to have a PB of sub 2:30. She's not gone that quick this year, 2:32 coming in. Amaya Waters is the other, 2:29.81 personal best. She won gold this week in the 400 IM. Looking to do the same in the 200 in age group. Also got a bronze in the 200 freestyle. But Olivia Quiller will take the lead. Amaya Waters coming back. These are the 2 fastest personal best swimmers on paper. This is not a surprise, although it's the outside lanes. Amaya Waters 2:29.28. That is a personal best by half a second. Well done indeed. Olivia Quiller, 100th of a second outside sub 2:30, but she has done that before. Third place, Sian Headley. It was all happening on the bottom lanes, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3 in lane 0, 1 and 2. All those times locked in. That is heat 4. This is heat number 5. From lane 0, we have got Agata Skurbakova, City of Coventry. Sasha Juice for Nova Centurion. Darcy Arnold for Woking. Evie Greenhalgh, City of Norwich. Elizabeth Adam for Leyland Barracudas. Vajana Safi for City of Salford. Emily England Hall, City of Leeds. Lenoa Herkham for Camden Swiss Cottage. Hazel Augustine for Chelsea and Westminster. And Georgia Atkinson for City of Cambridge. A few more medal winners already this week here. Sasha Juice won bronze in the 800 free. Darcy Arnold, gold. Not this week, but this year in the 5K Swim England Open Water. Wow. Vajana Safi won silver in the 5K Open Water this summer as well. And Emily England Hall, silver in the 200 free this week. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swimmers lead the way to the final turn. Over in 9, Georgia Atkinson, City of Cambridge. Looks to have the edge alongside Elizabeth Adam in 4 for Leyland Barracudas. They'll be the first 2 to turn. Atkinson and Adam. Then over a second to the rest of the field, England Hall, Safi and Skurbakova. 50 metres freestyle to decide them. Of course, looking for spots in the final later on tonight. And it's going to be after 5 o'clock. Strong finishes coming from Viana Safi in 5 and Emily England Hall in 6. They were trailing 50 metres to go, but these two will go into the wall. First two home, 2:29s for the pair, 0.10 for England Hall and 0.44 for Safi. First time Safi's gone sub 2:30 and Emily England Hall likewise. Well done, that pair. It's a big barrier to break through on your 200 IM journey. All those times are good. The red turns to blue. So that was heat number 5. 13 in total. And we can move on to heat number 6. Taking part in heat 6, Ava Edwards for Plymouth Leander, Orna Lett for Northampton, Annabelle Irvin for City of Liverpool, Annabelle Blackbird for Repton, Isabel Thanasoulis for Chelsea and Westminster, and Kira Johnson, Wigan Best, Olivia Taylor, Leamington Spa, Minnie Wilkinson, Wantage Whitehorses, Naomi Broadley, City of Wakefield, and Emily Taburn for Warrington Warriors. All happening in 6, 7 and 8. Taylor, Wilkinson and Broadley. Minnie Wilkinson, youngest in the water by almost a couple of years. She's representing the Wantage Whitehorses in Lane Southern. And she's in 3rd place right now against senior competitors. Do have at least one more 13-year-old in the competition. But at this stage, any half-decent time for Minnie will get her a spot in the final later. No change then, all in 6, 7 and 8. On the outside of those 3 lanes, going to be leading into the wall. Olivia Taylor for Leamington, 2:28.33, a personal best by almost a full second. Congratulations, Olivia. Naomi Broadley, 2:28.75, first time ever under 2:30. Congratulations also. And our youngster in this one, Wilkinson for Wantage, 2:30.14, just outside her best by 1500ths. This is heat number 7.
Have you landed during the race?
Heat 7, Erin Barber for Norwich Swan. Hannah Pye for Guildford City. Hannah Finney for City of Stoke. Kerry Sullivan, City of Manchester. Anaya Singh for Reading. Abby Coventry for Northumberland and Durham. Florrie Spicer for City of Bristol. Emma Hill for Teddington. Tyler J. Thomas for Medway Maritime. And Scarlett Capaldi for Northumberland and Durham. Several more winners already this week. Gold in the 50 for Anaya Singh. Bronze in the 50 for Kerry Sullivan. Silver in the 100 breaststroke for Hannah Pye. Look for her on the breaststroke to make a move. And a few more of these open water medals too. Tyler J. Thomas. Swim England Open Water this summer. Gold in the 3K. It has been a summer of success. Leading in lane 3, Kerry Sullivan, City of Manchester. Now she's coming with a 2:30 on the button. Sometimes that is a conversion from short course. So we'll wait and see. I bet in trading she's gone sub 2:30, but this might make it official. Going well in 0 and 1, Erin Barber and Hannah Pye for Norwich and Guildford respectively. They also just outside the 2:30s on the PBs. Wow, can we separate them? Pye, Coventry, Sullivan and Spicer. They're your top 4, all within a second of each other. We have seen some good freestyle comebacks already in our opening 6 heats. We'll need to see a few more if they're going to compete with these front 4. And it looks like it's getting a little bit tighter. Hannah Pye does lead into the final 25 metres. A couple above her, Kerry Sullivan in the green swimsuit for City of Manchester Aquatics. But look at this over in 6. Florrie Spicer for City of Bristol. What a finish. 2:29.43. Where did that come from, Florrie? Excellent final 50 metres to smash her PB below 2:30 for the first time. And by over half a second, Hannah Pye 2:29.73. First time she's gone sub 2:30 also. This is fantastic. Sullivan just outside. All those times are good. That was heat 7. This is heat number 8. Heat number 8, you are watching Phoebe Wetherill for Doncaster Darts in lane 0. Isabella Hall for Worcester in 1. We jump to lane 3. Aurelia Orzenchevich for Repton Swimming. Madeline Hine for Royal Tunbridge Wells. Mia Hughes for Bromley. Alexia Agostin for Worcester. Jess Oxley for City of Leicester. And in 9, Lily Della for Royal Tunbridge Wells. Now we do have, let me just double check before I say this, every single swimmer has a PB now sub 2:30. That should be the norm. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. And into the last 5 heats we go as quick as Let's have a little look here. How fast can we get? 2:25s, wow. But all age groups, of course. We are still looking at 15 and 16-year-olds in heat number 8. A couple of the senior category, 17 and 18, but predominantly in that middle age range. In lane 1, Isabella Hall for Worcester. Her PB is actually 2:27. This season, 2:29. Well, looks like she's been tapering perfectly for this Saturday, and she's going to be jumping down to the 2:27s potentially. Either way, she's going to win this heat. It is a 2:27.63. Great work, Isabella. Beats her PB by 200ths of a second. Mia Hughes, 2:30.03. And Maddie Hine, 2:30.31, outside their bests. But will it be good enough for a spot in the final? We'll wait and see. Still waiting for those times to be confirmed behind the scenes. Of course, 2 missing lanes we knew. But Isabella Hall, that's a big jump down, not just in this heat, but overall for the competition. We've had 2:30s, but nothing like that yet. So the numbers are still red on our screen in venue. We need those to turn blue to be confirmed before we can move on to heat number 9. There was a change there for Oxley. Her time changed to 2:32.68. That was all. So those times are now in the book. 5 heats remaining. This is heat number 9. Oh, we've got a cap in the water. First one today. Mission complete. Once again, this is heat number 9. In the water, Amy Coy for City of Liverpool in lane 0. Victoria Bunamovic for Chelsea and Westminster. Evie Young for Mount Kelly. Chloe Barnard for Basildon and Phoenix. Isabel Munnock for Northumberland and Durham. Kate Hopper for Watford. Alex Dorr for Oakhampton Otters. Sophia Kelly for Tadcaster York. Millie Harris for West Norfolk. And Akemi Futasugi for City of Bristol. It was quick out the blocks, wasn't it, for Millie Harris for West Norfolk. Been pegged back on the backstroke by Chloe Barnard. Then comes Hopper, Futatsugi, Bunimovic and Young. This is a really split pool, more so than we've seen in the opening 8 heats. Who's going to come back on the breaststroke? There's always one or two. Have we got any breaststroke specialists in this one? Well, Millie Harris, our early leader, has won silver on the 100 breaststroke this week already. However, has she gone out a little bit too quick? She's been drawn back in by lane 6, Alexander Dorr for Oakhampton. That is a superb breaststroke leg. 53 to bring them home. Can Kate Hopper and Isabel Munnock in 4 and 5 get back into it? They're the fastest on paper, both sub 2:29s. It's going to be not enough time left though, not enough meters. Chloe Barnard for Basildon and Phoenix, 2:27 PB, only 2:29 this year. But bring it back onto form when it matters, getting her spot in the final. That is to be confirmed later. Ahead of Alexandra Dorr, Oakhampton, 2:28.45. That's 2 great times for those girls. Isabel Munnock did come back in lane 4, right at the end of the 2:29.81. And Kate Hopper 4th in lane 5, 2:30. This is heat number 10. From lane 0, Henrietta Chick for Winsford, Riley Ackroyd for Mount Kelly, Chloe Gilbert-Beban for Droitwich Dolphins, Zara Mann for Preston, Isabel Fox for Northumberland and Durham, Harriet Oldfield, her teammate for Northumberland and Durham. In 6, Grace Wingham for Corby. In 7, Ella Wardle for Worthing, Philippa Hickman for Nova Centurion in 8, and Grace McDonald for Grantham in 9. Early stages, but much closer than the previous couple of heats. In 1, Riley Ackroyd for Mount Kelly. Over in 9, Grace McDonald for Grantham. And in 6, Grace Wingham for Corby. This is where it can all change. Harriet Oldfield in lane 5. She won bronze this week in the 100 breaststroke age group. She does start to come through the field. Riley Ackroyd for Mount Kelly, 2:27 PB, 2:28 coming in this year. Also a good turn for Ella Wardle for Worthing in 7. I was in Worthing yesterday. But Grace McDonald, that is an excellent swim thus far from the outside on leg 3. The Grantham swimmer, 2:26.74, which actually makes her the fastest PB, so this is not a shock whatsoever to see Grace doing well. 2:28 season's best, so 2 seconds off her lifetime best. And she will take the win from lane 9. Great work, 2:27.33. Halfway between her season's best and her lifetime best. Ella Wardle, 2:27.60. New personal best for her by almost a full second. 3rd place, Riley Ackroyd for Mount Kelly, 2:28.01. Will that get them spots in the final? TBC. This is heat number 11. Getting towards the business end of our last event before the mid-session break. 11:13, and from lane 0, this time we've got Letian Wu for Trefford Metro, Eva Higginbotham for Swindon Dolphin, Neve James for Bishop Stortford, Kerry Henney for City of Liverpool, Sophie Baker for Teddington, Sophie Baker for City of Sheffield, Constance Logan for Crawley, Amelie Spicer, City of Bristol, Molly Fisher, City of Manchester Aquatics, Millie Kamek for Northumberland and Durham, and Kira Binns for Doncaster Darts. Three girls lead in lane 3. Kerry Henney for City of Liverpool, 2:26.11 this year, and she can go a smidge faster than that as well. Over in lane 6, Amelie Spicer, City of Bristol, 2:25 lifetime best. Fastest this year though of all the girls out there, Sophie Baker, City of Sheffield, 2:25.38. But she's in third at the minute. So the lanes that flank the centres, 3 and 6, will lead us home. Kerry Henney for Liverpool, Amelie Spicer for City of Bristol. And coming through in lane 1, Eva Higginbotham on the freestyle. That is excellent work. She'll pick up third place in heats. Kerry Henney takes the win, 2:24.93. Hang on a second. That is an absolutely huge lifetime best for Kerry Henney. Sub 2:25. Well done indeed. Massive swim. Spicer 2:25.57. This is heat number 12. Penultimate heat of the event. Lottie de Clare of Tiverton in 0, Ella Smith, Northumberland and Durham in 1, Eva Bailey, Ledbury and Malvern in 2, Neve Savoury, Newcastle in 3, Alicia Massey, University of Surrey in 4, Lily Horton of Wirral Metro in 5, Erin O'Meara, Aquajets Newcastle in 6, Chloe Butler for Norwich Swan in 7, and then we jump over to swimming solo in 9, Colleen Devlin for the University of Birmingham. Ella Smith and Lottie de Clare in 0 and 1 are the 2 remaining 16-year-olds in the competition. No, I lie. Francesca Harrison is 16 in heat number 13. But any sort of half-decent time for them will be a spot in the final. Still got to do it though. On the backstroke, halfway, Horton, Butler, Savoury and Bailey, all those within 1 second. Then a little jump to O'Meara, Massey, de Clare. Alicia Massey, 2:23 personal best. 2:25 this season. Neve Savoury's a 2:24 swimmer. Eva Bailey got a bronze in the 400 IM earlier this week. Chloe Butler, she has taken the lead, the Norwich Swan to her side. Erin O'Meara in 6 is going to peg her back into the last 10 metres. Can anybody else get involved in the fight for the heat win? Possibly in 4. Alicia Massey, our fastest swimmer on paper, but no, Erin O'Meara does get back on Chloe Butler by 1/100th of a second only. And they both set new personal bests in that fight for the heat win. Alicia Massey 2:26.15, you'll see her later. But one more heat to come. Those times in heat 12, all good. This is heat number 13. Last chance then to qualify for the 200 IM finals later on this evening. Having a go are Anna Healy, City of Manchester Aquatics in 0. Then Francesca Harrison, City of Leicester. Alexandra Bula, City of Lincoln Pentaka. Seren Talentai, Northumberland and Durham. Rachel Hornby, Wigan Best. Martha Sell, City of Bristol. Gabrielle Freeman, Northumberland and Durham. Evangeline Belt, Plymouth College Aquatics. Emily Ainsworth Fletcher, Winchester City Penguins, and Harriet Smith, Bristol and South Gloucestershire. Super start for Seren Talentai. For one of 2 Northumberland and Durham teammates. There has been a lot of Northumberland and Durham in this session. Clearly being coached incredibly well. She leads by 1 second over Martha Sell and the City of Bristol. And then Gabrielle Freeman, her teammate. Only 3 personal bests set across the 10 here. Of course, the quicker you get and the older you get, it's PBs become less frequent, don't they? 12, 13, 14-year-olds setting them meet in, meet out. Now this is pretty superb by Seren Talentai. Her personal best is the quickest of everyone in the field at 2:20.76, but she's only got within 5 seconds of that this year. So maybe this is the turnaround point where everything clicks back together. Behind her in 6 is her teammate Gabrielle Freeman, just holding off Martha Sell and Rachel Hornby in 5 and 4. Then we jump to lane number 9, Harriet Smith. But for now, let's get back to the front. How quick is this going to be? Season's best, surely. Yeah, 2:22.34. So Seren Talentai is back on form. She'll be a force in the final. Gabrielle Freeman, 2:25.76, her teammate. Will that be quick enough to join her? Well, they're different age groups. Oh, no, they're the same, both 17 years of age. Excellent. So we'll go together later. And that is heat number 13 of 13. And that takes us to our mid-session break. So a big thank you to our officials at poolside. For now, your work is done. We do have one small session to come still, or the second half of this morning session, where we have the 50-metre freestyles and breaststrokes in the Para 2. So that will begin at 11 o'clock. So at 11 a.m. we race again, but for now, thanks to our officials, you can leave poolside and warm-up will open immediately.
The warm-up is now closed. The warm-up is now closed. Please clear the pool. Thank you. We're almost ready to restart here on day 5 of the Go-Kartless Swim England National Summer Meet 2025. Thanks for joining us here at Ponds Forge International Sports Centre and online via the Swim England YouTube channel. The open male 50 metres freestyle heats about to come. 8 heats of this. We'll start with heat 1.
Oh yeah, great. My pecs are on fire. Mate, why does it look like 4 at the end of it?
First heat of the 50 minutes freestyle here. Langford, Irvine, Hughes, Christie, Agustin, Masson and Harvey, the 7 swimmers in the pool. Mix of age groups with Henry Hughes in the 18 years and over age group, a couple of 16 years old swimmers. We've got 17-year-old athletes. It will be lane 2, 16-year-old Will Irvine, who hits first in 25.06. And then joint second place, 25.57 each for Joe Agustin and Lucas Christie. Nobody here had ever gone underneath 26 seconds before, and yet the top 5 swimmers all break the 26-second mark. Great first heat. This is heat 2. It's heat 2 in the open male 50 meters freestyle. Workman, Dunn, Augustine, Beadsworth, Colliano, Drury, Allsop, Willett, St. Griffiths. The 10 swimmers in the pool this time around, mix of 16 and 15-year-old athletes, with Josh Drury in lane 5, 16 years old. Colliano in 4 is 15 years old. It will be between lanes 5 and 6 into the wall. Lane 5 gets there first. Drury goes 25.19. That is a new lifetime best by the best part of a second from him. Harvey J. Allsop goes 25.24. That is also a new PB. His first time underneath 26 seconds this morning. Heat 2's result is official. This is heat 3. Heat 3 of 8, again a mix of 15 and 16-year-olds here, with Kazakevicius and Beal the reverse way around from the previous heat. 16-year-old in lane 4, 15-year-old in lane 5. Straight line of arms and white water as they pass the 50 meters to go mark. Lane 9's going well, actually. That's Robert Shipley from Middlesbrough, lifetime best of 25.94. Might get caught on the last few. He does. Zach Drayson in lane 2 gets the wall, 25.38. That is just outside his all-time fastest. Oliver Davey goes 25.50. That's a new PB from him in lane 3 to take second. Ben Beal goes 25.54. Also a new best time for him to take third place in that heat. Official result is there for heat 3. Heat 4. First start there came from lane 3, who's up and away very, very quickly. Little to no underwater from Cormac Whiteley. He's 15 years old. Into the last 25 metres already. He's slightly ahead, though now lane 7 coming through strong. Martin Molnar for the city of Cambridge in the 16 years age group. He is ahead when we come into the last 15 metres. It looks like it will be Martin Molnar for the city of Cambridge in lane 7 that gets there pretty comfortably ahead for a 50. 24.88, even with a long glide on the finish. That can go even further for Martin Molnar. New personal best time by the best part of a second. Lucas Grant-Dracy goes 25.24. That's a new best from him. And Jack Smith, City of Birmingham, 25.36. That is also a new best time for him. Official result on the screen for Heat 4. 4 more to come. This is Heat 5. Heat 5 is go. Difficult to pick an early lead. Maybe it will come from lane 7, who looks to be moving slightly faster than anyone else. Lane 4 now starting to push through. That's Daniel Cherney in lane 4. Lane 7, by the way, was Josh Zachary for the city of Peterborough. Final 5 metres. This could come from lane 6 in the end. That's Evan McQuaid. It's not Evan McQuaid. He takes second in 24.95, just off his PB. Mer Hamid goes 24.93. That is a new lifetime best. First time underneath 25 seconds for the 17-year-old in lane 1. And then a tie for third place, 24.99 for both Dan Cherney and Dylan Fuller. Well, earlier in the week, saw my first ever 4-way swim-off. Could we see anything like that again? Official result is there for Heat 5. Another one. This is Heat 6. Into the cyclical heats of the Open Mile 50 Freestyle, expected to get very quick, very fast now. Reed Jones of Plymouth Leander clearly in control of this race. Season's best of 23.5, lifetime best of 22.9. It is absolutely going to be Reed Jones that gets the wall in 23.40 and a freeway tie for third place. So 23.40 for Reed Jones to set a new season's best. Thomas Taylor goes 24.13, and then Henry Dean, Demetrius Gonius and Timothy Jones all clock 24.20. This is heat 7. Heat 7 of the open male 50 meters freestyle. Best start definitely came in the center. Thomas Extel of Mid Sussex Marlins. Lifetime best for him is 23.14. He's only been fractions outside that this year, though again it's lane 5 with the lead. Ethan Balin from Tadcaster. Lifetime best for him is 23.31. Last 5 meters. How fast can Ethan Balin clock here? He goes 23.13. That is a new lifetime best this morning from Ethan Balin of Tadcaster. Tom Extel goes 23.72. That's just half a second off his lifetime best. Liam Dawson 23.89 is just outside his PB. Official result is there for heat 7. Just one more heat of this. Heat 8 is next. Oliver Watts is in lane 4 now with Adrian Ting in lane 5. Watts just ahead of Ting as they pass the 25 meters to go mark. Oliver Watts lifetime best 23.12, just a tenth clear of Adrian Ting. Final now 5 meters. It'll be very close between these two in 4 and 5. It will come from one or the other. It is Oliver Watts in there first, 23.17, just fractions outside his all-time fastest. Adrian Ting goes 23.26, again, just 3/100ths off his PB. Alex Davis 23.70 places him in third. There's the official result for heat 8. That's the end of that event. We now move on to the female 50 meters breaststroke. 9 heats of this one. We start with heat 1. Meters breaststroke now in the pool. It's Lau, Gordon, Garrett, Jones, Blackett and Graham, the 6 athletes that you see here. Marley Rose Garrett for the City of Liverpool, the fastest seed. She is aged 15, and Neve Blackett in lane 6 also in that 15 years age group. Everyone else here is 16 years old. It is Erin Jones of Newcastle who leads at the moment. Lifetime best for her is a 36.0. She's only got a 36.8 this year. Can she improve on either of those two marks? She can improve in both of them. 35.12 for Erin Jones to set a new PB. Marley Rose Garrett goes 35.90. That's also her first time underneath 36 seconds. Freya Gordon 36.49 is her first time sub 37. That's the official result for heat 1. Let's do that 8 more times. This is heat 2. Connie Renard's in lane 4. Amit Maltz is in lane 5 here for Repton and Harrogate respectively. They're in vastly different age groups though. Amy Maltz is 15, Connie Renard is 17 years old. It's the far side of the pool with the best starts though. Eliana Forsyth of Enfield swimming well. She's in the 16 years age group and is just ahead at the 35-metre mark. Also lane 0 going well. Mia Hughes of Bromley, she's also in the 16 years age group. Final 5 metres. I think lane 8 should just about take this. Eliana Forsyth goes 35.31. That's her first time sub 36. Second place was lane 0 in 35.45. That's her first time sub 36 as well. Only 14/100ths between first and second. Alex Bruggemeyer, 35.74. Also in the top 3, also a PB. This is heat 3. The third heat, the female 50 metres breaststroke. Eloise Herbert of Tadcaster in 4. Isla Hamilton of Norwich in 5. Isabel White, racing this on her birthday, is in lane 3. Her lifetime best 35.75. Let's see if we can get her a gift of a PB in the heats of the 50 metres breaststroke. It's lane 9, Veronique Crozet for Greenwich Royals, who leads here, just ahead of Isla Hamilton of Norwich Swan. Crozet in the 16 years age group. Hamilton is 17 years old. It will be the slowest qualifier who gets to the wall first. 34.99 for Crozet. That is a PB of nearly a full second. 0.98 of a second if we're going to be super precise about it. Isla Hamilton goes 35.01 to finish second, and Isabel White to Biggleswade 35.70. So she did get a birthday PB by 5/100ths. This is heat 4. Heat 4's away, and great start in lane 0 from Eleanor Armstrong of Trafford Metro. She was the gold medalist on the 100 metres breaststroke earlier in the week. Will want to qualify for this 50-metre breaststroke final and see if she can make gold in both the 2 and the 50. Going well too in lane 0. Lane 7 also swimming nicely. That's Bonnie White of Thanet. She's in the 15 years age group too. So these two swimmers in the lead, actually in a direct race with one another. Last 5 metres. It looked to me like lane 0 got to the flags just ahead of lane 7, but it's the other way around on the finish. 34.99 for Bonnie White. That is a half-second PB from her. Eleanor Armstrong in lane 0 goes 35.04. Again, takes half a second off her PB. Devon O'Neill from the city of Peterborough, 35.38. That's just 5/100ths outside her all-time fastest. This is heat 5. Sienna Hine in lane 4 is one of the fastest 15-year-old seeds into the National Summer Meet. Also in the 15 years age group here, Olivia Cooley in lane 0, Jasmine Hall in 8, and Sasha Zeus in lane 9. It seems to be Free who leads. That's Ellen Eccleston. She's in the 18 years and over age group. Sasha De Zeus doing very well for Nova over in lane 9. Lane 0 also going nicely, Olivia Cooley of RTW Monson. It is Eccleston in first, 34.57. Just off her PB, 35.25 for Olivia Cooley. That's a new lifetime best, and Jasmine Hall goes 35.28 to finish in third. Swimmers, coaches, team managers, please can we have a coach or representative from Newcastle Staffs and Northumberland and Durham Performance to the timing suite, please. Thank you. This is Heat 6. Sixth heat of the female 50 meters breaststroke. Emily Hunt of Eastbourne is the favourite here in lane 4, 33.94. She's the only swimmer seeded in this heat to go underneath 34 seconds. Three swimmers take the lead though at the 35 metre mark. Lane 1 looking very strong. That's Florence Llewellyn from the city of Milton Keynes. She's in the 15 years age group. Lanes 3 and 4 will come in together. It's Oldfield in 3, 34.58. Only 6/100ths ahead of Florence Llewellyn, who goes 34.64. And Emily Hunt goes 34.69, so only 3/100ths between her. 11/100ths separate the top three. Heat 7. Now into the cyclical heat. Kira Fletcher of Nova, the third fastest entrant into the Go-Karters Swim England National Summer Meet 2025, though Lucia Grant of Plymouth College putting her under an awful lot of pressure in this heat. Lifetime best for Lucia Grant is 32.77. That is nearly a second slower than Kira Fletcher's lifetime best of 31.98. Lane 9's also in this here. Millie Harris of West Norfolk. Final 5 meters. It is going to come from lane 5, I think, here on the wall. Lucia Grant of Plymouth College doesn't touch first because she ties with Natasha Profit. 33.54 for the two 18 years and over swimmers. New season's best for Natasha Profit to take tied first place. There's the official result for Heat 7. This is Heat 8. Eighth heat of the female 50 meters breaststroke. Anna Healy and Phoebe McNicholas, the two favourites on this one. 33.51 is Phoebe McNicholas' all-time fastest. 32.67 Anna Healy. Of course, both of them are in the 18 years and over age group. It does seem to be Healy first to the 35 metre mark, but McNicholas definitely in this, also in lane 5. Last 5, lane 2 could be in here as well. Alicia Pollard for the University of Surrey. It's Pollard that gets there first, 33.18. That is just outside her season's best. Anna Healy goes 33.40 to finish second. Phoebe McNicholas takes third place. This is Heat 9. These 50s come thick and fast. Seren Talentire is in lane 4 on this final heat of the female 50 meters breaststroke. Georgina Hain for Woking is in lane 5. 0.2 of a second between their entry times. And it's lane 3 who seems to be going strongest. Ellen Bagley for the University of Birmingham, lifetime best of 33.13. Now lane 6 is in the mix here. Eloise Wade of Newbury, she's 19 years old. It will be Wade that gets this, you know. Gold medalist on the 100 meters breaststroke is going to place the fastest time I think we've seen so far. 32.64 for Eloise Wade of Newbury is a great effort and a big new lifetime best. She takes off nearly a full second from her PB. In fact, she takes off 0.99 seconds from her PB. Ellen Bagley goes 33.77 to finish in second, and Georgina Hain of Woking in third place. Now, there's a potential for a swim-off to be kind of imminent. I'll keep you up to date with that. So that's the scheduled swimming complete. However, we are expecting a swim-off potentially. I'll let you know in like 1 minute whether that's going to happen or not. As soon as I know anything, I'll let you know. So hang around for like 5 minutes because there may be a swim off coming right up. Now, while we wait for confirmation of this swim off, don't forget that you can engage in our Go Cardless Swim England treasure hunt. There are QR codes dotted around Ponds Forge. Find one, scan it, and if you win the treasure, find the treasure, then you will be entered into a prize draw to win a Speedo bundle. Well worth a shot. There will be a swim off, so we have confirmation that there will be a swim off in just a minute or two's time. So we will have a swim off very, very shortly. While we're waiting for this swim off to start, then why not enter our other competition, which is so easy, it's beyond believable really, and the prizes are great too because they come from our official kit partner Speedo. All you need to do is take a photo, post it to your Instagram story and tag Swim England and Speedo UK. It couldn't be more simple. So take your phone, take a selfie, post it on your Instagram story, tag @Speedo UK and Swim England, and the best photo is going to win a prize from our official kit partners at Speedo. I entered it yesterday. I'll do one a little bit later on today as well, because I desperately want some free Speedo goggles. So make sure you get on it. Make it more creative, you're more likely to win. I added a little sun in mine. I wasn't very creative. There's some deck chairs outside. Maybe you could go and sit in them. They would be a good idea. Not necessarily restricted to you guys in the pool either. If you're watching from home, why not send in a picture and let us know where you're watching from. And yeah, make it summer themed as well. That's always good for bonus points. So the swim off, which will be coming up in any moment, will be in the open male 50 meters freestyle. It'll be in the 18 years and over age group and for first reserve. So in the 18 years and over age group for first reserve, it'll be the 50 meters freestyle in the open male eligibility category, and it'll be coming up any moment. It'll be between Finian Malcolm from Newcastle Staffs and Sam Livingston from Northumberland and Durham Performance. And here they come. Finian will be in lane 4 and Sam will be in lane 5. All right, I think we're ready. This is the swim off. Finian Malcolm and Sam Livingston tied on 24.46 each in the heats. Let's see if there's any advance on that into this swim off. They were joint 11th, so there's not a place in the final on the line here. Now into the last 10 meters. This is mighty close between Malcolm in 4, Livingston in 5. I have no idea who'll get there first. It is Malcolm by 1/10 of a second, 24.32. Both of them, one of them improves on their time from the heats. It's Finian Malcolm who goes faster. Sam Livingston just a fraction off his heat swim time. Well, now all that excitement's complete. 24 seconds, sorted, done. That is the swimming complete for this session. A huge thank you to our officials. You are now free to leave the poolside. We'll see you in a little bit. Warm-up begins at 12 o'clock for the 1500s. Warm-up begins at 12 o'clock for the 1500s, and we'll see you just after that for the start. The racing will get underway in the 1500s from 12:30. So we'll see you back here in just a little bit.